They're the once in a lifetime company that made other companies reimagine how they do things. And Jensen's, if we go from our lifetimes, he's easily working his way into top 3 CEOs of our era.
We just had this conversation over breakfast the other day.
Like Steve for me is 2, Gates 1, Jensen's, and he's pushing to be 2. Depending on how these next 2 or 3 years go.
And my brother, we literally had this conversation over breakfast, and that was what we talked about. I'm like, at this point, has he passed Jobs?
Well, here's the thing. This is why I said Steve Jobs is the greatest.
So this is his stance.
Steve Jobs is the greatest CEO of all time, even better than Bill Gates, because he's the only. It's like Kanye. Kanye is the greatest to me because he's the only one that reached the top level in multiple different. Like he was a top producer.
Mm-hmm.
He was a top rapper.
Regardless of what your top rapper, designer.
He was the top in fashion, right? Like everybody else just kind of like Steve Jobs changed the world at least 5 times.
For sure.
If you really think about it.
Right?
From iTunes. We talked about how streaming has literally changed the face of music. We talking about the iPhone.
I think that we start there.
FaceTime and the iPhone literally
that's
changed the world.
That changes everything.
We're talking about Pixar.
Yeah,
changed movies, changed Hollywood.
When he was blackballed out the entire tech industry. Yeah.
And how many people have enough
chutzpah
to lose your job, fall down?
When you say change movies, what do you mean?
What?
Animation.
I would argue.
I'm playing. Here's God's advocate.
I know. We're not attacking.
That did animation. Disney was already doing animation. Obviously, not to the level of that. They are the
tech aspect.
Hear me out. They're the first to make animation a household thing and a motion picture thing. Now, how did they elevate that? Yes,
elevate a stratosphere.
Toy Story Dynasty.
Yeah, no, it's different.
I would argue.
All right, check this out. So then argue this.
It's just different.
Toy Story, right?
It's just different. It's like he didn't make
Toy Story's not bigger than Lion King.
It's just like so let me finish.
Right?
It's just like he didn't make the person. He didn't make a laptop computer, but the MacBook revolutionized.
It elevated.
Absolutely,
100%.
Absolutely.
Now we have 4 things. We got music.
Yeah.
We got the MacBook. We got the iPhone. We got Pixar.
You can't leave an iPod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he changed the world 5 times.
Minimum. He changed marketing.
Now,
at least.
Here's my
and that's not even off of inspiration of what somebody got inspired from him and did. And you know what I mean? Like his tree.
Now here's what I'm saying, right? And this is why
this is a great conversation.
What I'm watching Jensen do right now and what Nvidia is doing. Let's talk about change the world. Like the argument is being made right now that without this company,
that's my argument.
Entire world economy
would be fucked.
Now, that's not just right, like the world's economy. This is not a sector situation. This is not a technological situation. This is a national security situation.
Which he took from Intel. I know y'all hate my Intel take, but I'm right.
Yeah.
When Intel was supposed to be that,
they couldn't do it.
They couldn't do it. Couldn't pull it off.
So yes, the iPhone is revolution and Jobs is revolution, but what he's on the cusp of right now, where we're at right now, and how dependent the world is on his technology.
Just like you said,
we've never. So
you said the same thing with Pixar though, because he's not the first person to make computer chips.
But here's what
like said, Intel was doing it before him. AMD does it.
Like it's an elevated level.
China's working on their own Nvidia under water
as a response
that nobody knows about
as a response.
But he's not the only he's not a priority.
Intel was making CPUs, and that's why they ran off on it. Right? They're making GPUs to number one. Like that's where it starts in 2013, 2014. Right? obviously Nvidia's been around a lot longer, but 2014 it's GPU, and then it's like, oh,
that's when they made the switch. But they were CPU first. They were the game.
I'm just trying to give context to it, right? And then it's like, oh wait, this is what's going to power artificial intelligence, which is right. Not taking anything away from the iPhone, probably one of the most important pieces of technology that's ever been created. But artificial intelligence, and Bill Gates has attested this, is the most important technology that he's ever seen in his lifetime. And the company that's powering that artificial intelligence, for the most part, is the company that Jensen's the CEO of.
Well, that's debatable.
Here's what I'll say though.
That's not me. That's Bill Gates.
But there's no one doesn't work without the other. There's no
ecosystem without the iPhone
and the internet.
Well, but this is what I'm saying.
The internet.
So,
right?
Who's the inaugural part of that? Is Bill Gates an inaugural part of all those things?
Fucking Al Gore.
Yeah, but I'm saying Bill Gates. Bill Gates. We can say Al Gore. We can say the United States government, but we can say Bill Gates for sure.
Coconut water. Stay hydrated.
Right? Can we say that Bill Gates is a trusted opinion in that space?
Yes, but what I will say, it's hard to compare just because of the run. Remember, I'm like the Apple II that my grandmother had when I turned it on in 2003 that she bought in 1989 still works. Okay. Testament of quality product. So remember, the Nvidia call is my call. I agree. Jensen's greatness. I think it's like the show The Men Who Built America, right? Their eras. So Gates was the early foundation.
Like Carnegie, still built America, still built the fucking whole infrastructure.
Yeah, but what I will say though,
it's too early to put him over Steve Jobs yet. It's too early to put him over.
He needs another 4. But if there's a closest one,
he needs another what? How many years he need? We're headed towards $6 trillion here.
Quattro. We need another 4. Because here's the battle. This is the battle between. No, another 4 years. Oh, the battle is going to be. And it's a good lesson. Even when you're IPOing, there are themes that the banks push to the public to get you to buy, right? 27 is going to be Who Saved America. That's going to be his LeBron Game 7.
Who's saving it now?
I know. Trust me.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Who's saving it now? Who's been saving it for the past 5 years?
The battle is going to be, is it him or Sam that saves the American economy?
Sam can't make his product without it.
I agree 1,000%. Once again, for the smart call, I know. I'm telling you the theme that they're building.
Yeah,
that they will be building into 26. That's why they're trying to get OpenAI to go public before, so he can get caught up in that downturn like the companies did in 22.
Right.
So it's interesting. But if there is a closest, I think I was the first one to say closest to Steve. But I think he needs 4 more years. Steve weathered many storms. He left, was right. Got pushed out, came back, brought up the value. iPod changed the Macs. MacBook brought up the valuation of the company when they thought the company was dead. Took over the music industry. I agree. I just think we got to get through the storm. If Jensen can bring us out of the 2027 storm, number 2 all time.
He brought us out the pandemic, but he did bring us out the pandemic.
My call for the record. Clip that.
This is a storm, but we can't discount that storm.
I agree.
Right? And having the foresight to see where this thing is headed.
Foresight.
You don't look, and I think you just said it too, right? And by the way, this is like what we're talking about Friday morning over pancakes. For
the record, I was just gonna say that this is what your friendship conversation because the LeBron versus Jordan thing don't matter. That benefits Nike. These
they probably sit in there like, yo, what are these two talking about? This is what we're talking about at breakfast.
Passionately too. Yep.
Yeah, you know how passionate it gets. And I'm just like, bro, because you're right. He's raised the valuation of AMD, Broadcom. Think about how many Amazon, right?
And the App Store. We forgot the App Store.
Rashad.
You my dog.
There would be no Meta, no Facebook, no Twitter without Apple.
We have to. We also got to give Tim Cook credit.
No Uber.
No, we have to give Tim Cook credit then if we're going to start going there with the services, because if you look, that graphic of, and we should probably put this in there. But the graphic between the valuation of the time frame that Steve Jobs had it and the valuation since Tim Cook has been CEO, bro, he took this thing to it's at $4 trillion, bro. That's a
I
trillion.
agree 1,000%, but that's a banking move to give the dividend. He
But it's
also
also
did that to get from underneath Steve's shadow.
It's also a numbers game. You can go from it's harder. All right,
To
it's
go from
harder
1,000 to 1,000,000.
Exactly. It's harder to go from 1,000
no
to
doubt.
1,000,000 than it is to go from 1,000,000 to 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
But you're looking at somebody that took from 1,000,000 to 100 million, you'd be like, damn, that's really. But really, it's harder to go from 1,000 to 1,000,000.
So how hard is it to go from 1,000 to 5 trillion?
He didn't go from 1,000 to
5 trillion.
He inherited. He inherited.
No, who?
Tim Cook.
Tim Cook
I'm
inherited.
I'm not talking about Tim Cook anymore.
Jensen.
I'm talking about the guy at Nvidia.
Oh, no, that's my pick.
Well, I'm asking him.
Yeah.
No, nobody's denying his greatness.
Yeah.
So you got to add that into the equation now. Like,
if you're the third best, I mean, no, LeBron. If LeBron's the second best player of all time,
that's not a slight.
It's not a.
Because we're gonna be clear. Gates is one.
What it is a good conversation.
But is Gates one? Because Gates took everything
from
Steve
okay.
Jobs. That's Steve Jobs.
No, he dog.
Allegedly,
y'all go back.
Allegedly,
Bill Gates wiped Steve down.
But he took Steve Jobs he took a lot. I mean, according to Steve Jobs, Bill Gates took everything.
Did he? He took the licensing model that Steve Jobs didn't create. That's the thing. That's the money, man. Now, if we're gonna be real, Rockefeller won all time.
Okay, right. Let's say
I'm just talking
technology era.
But all time, technology era. Gates is one. Now is he conniving? Can be evil? All Mr. Burns for sure. But if we just talking head-on-head competition, and even with that, if I invest into you and save you, and you become number two, that's fruit off my tree from my capital when nobody else will give you capital.
Mm-hmm. You got one there.
Bill Gates single-handedly saved Apple while Steve hated Bill.
By creating Windows?
By investing into the capital when he came back.
But even making it up, I think he has like a claim to making it personal compute.
Bill Gates literally invested the money into Apple.
Yes.
To save them when no other bank would give, and they wanted Steve to die again because they thought he was too arrogant.
So you're saying that's fruits from his labor, which would, if we go back to the Kanye analogy, then that would be Jay, which would make you say that Jay is better all time, where he's saying like, no, nobody has done what Kanye's done.
And even with the capital as great, and I love Steve Jobs dearly. He did not have market share. They put charges on Gates for having a monopoly. Think about that. Like, they had to break the company up. There was no, like, I know a lot of people now in media had them stories about Jordan, but they wouldn't say it when it was on the court. It's the same thing. Nobody was talking like that about Bill.
He gave you 20 million on stage without even blinking. You gave him 20 minutes on stage. What was you thinking?
Even to not have ego when Steve hated him, to tell Steve, you're too important to go away. I'm going to invest and make sure you don't go away. Tells you how much dominance he had. Now, you can also argue he invested the money so that the monopoly charges wouldn't come back again. Gates won. Gates won. Jobs 2. Jensen 3. But when it's 29 come, Jensen may be number 2. But Steve Jobs single-handedly ruined the music business. Changed personal computing. Changed iPod. FaceTime. Most of y'all in y'all relationships, because the app that y'all connect with people on is all on the platform that he built. There would be no Uber, no WhatsApp, no Meta.
There would be no Instagram.
No Instagram, no Patreon, no Gmail.